And we are live. Hell yeah. Thank you for tuning into the Micky G channel.
All right. We hope you're having a great night, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for tuning into the Micky G channel's live starring Micky G.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
And also JB the God Killer. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands up for Judge Chuy Garcia.
Calm down.
All right, yeah. Well,
good crowd.
The crowd went crazy for Judge Chuy Garcia. What can we say? He's a favorite here locally, and once again, thanks for coming in, Chuy. We're actually very good friends with Chuy, and so it's an honor to have you here live.
No, guys, love watching the podcast. Love being here. Thanks for the invite, and we're gonna have a good show.
Yeah. That's what it really is all about. Do you know what, Chuy? The last time we had you on the show, I realized how irresponsible it was. just throwing.
Because I wasn't here.
Just throwing all these questions at you. Like at a certain point, I was like, driving speed limits are a scam, right? What is your position like as judge?
So since JB wasn't here that first time, Jerry just let you run amok, man, that day.
Yeah. It's you're a judge for a certain precinct or what?
So right now I'm a justice of the peace for precinct 3, place 1.
Okay, and then for this position, you actually have to run for election, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so here's this. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just recently, we've been talking about all the, the Dosafino stuff, the Harlingen data center stuff, and I realized like how sensitive it is when you're running for election. You can't really be like, I don't know. You have to be very careful with your words. So, like I said, I apologize last time.
No worries, man. It was all good. It was all good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
I'm here now. It's okay.
Yeah, Jesse will keep us under control. Keep you under control.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, once again, appreciate you being here. So this episode, the judge is in today, and so we are going to, I guess, ask you more controlled questions about about what I don't know what goes on in being a judge. And last time you told us about some stuff that was going on, or like when you were practicing law, and some of your more memorable cases.
Nice. Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dang, I missed it.
And actually, before we get there, just because it is a hot topic that's going on right now, and it's kind of all over the place. Have you been keeping an eye on what's going on with the Harlingen data center?
Not too much. Just kind of what I saw on your show, actually.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the problem. I am so uneducated about the whole.
Me too.
About how things work in a local government. Okay, and so I want to show you a video, and this is just a prime example, of just political ignorance. And have you heard of Farrah Abraham?
No. Farrah Abraham.
Yeah.
The name kind of sounds familiar, but
All right. Well, she's a porn star. So no, I'm just kidding around. No, she's famous because
she's not a porn star.
She was no, she is a porn star. Yeah. But that's not why she's famous. So it's a good thing you didn't know who she was. But no, the reason why she's famous is because she was I think she was one of the first kids in 16 and pregnant. And through there, she's just kind of been like in the public eye just for the same reason a lot of reality stars are in the public eye, just different stuff, whatever. She has announced her that she is running she's running for mayor of Austin. So I guess she lives in Austin, Texas, and she's running for mayor. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because it just shows a lot of our ignorance in how politics works. So she's running for mayor of Austin, and so she does an interview with the TMZ where she finds out that the election isn't happening this year. It's another 2 years into the election. So this is all found out live. So let me go ahead and show you that. Show you the video. Here we go.
Her platform, Farrah Abraham. Welcome back to TMZ Live. How you doing?
Yes, I'm doing good. Thank you, guys. I'm super excited to be a candidate for mayor of Austin. I'm running super early, so I can't wait to see who's going to run with me and challenge me.
So sometimes people say the less you know, the more you like. You are now giving them many years to make a decision.
We should say
because the election's not until 2028. Why so early?
Oh, for some reason, the mayor election is 2026. I don't know. That's just what the office told me as well.
Well, we should get some clarity here.
Are you okay? So am I running for district? So district will be, which is federal. I'm running local right now. So local is a little bit different than federal. I did say my hope after running for local is for a local district, which is in 2028. So I do have hopes for running for district, but for right now, I'm going to stay in a nonpartisan category, which is mayor.
Okay, I want to make sure we can get some clarity here.
I'm just going to be running for mayor, which is 2026. You also have Spencer Pratt, who's going to be running for mayor for Los Angeles.
Let me show you this part.
The City Hall in Austin, Texas, and find out when the election for mayor is in Austin. Maybe call the mayor's office. So Farrah, we just got this in our ear. The election,
I love it.
the election's in 2028. So you know there was a 2-year term with a vacancy in 2022, but now it's aligned with the presidential election. So it is 2028. So I think you may have jumped the gun here.
I love that I jumped the gun. I love if I jumped the gun. But yeah, so I think, I don't know, there's also a lot going on locally. So if someone also misinterpreted that and told me different, that's okay too.
Oh my God. How embarrassing is that? You're running for election and you don't even know when the election is.
She's trying, dude.
She's trying her
She's
best.
trying a lot more than I am. So I got to give her that. You know?
At the end of the day, that's what we're all doing. And it's tough to know about.
I'll go look her up later on her political views.
Yeah, there you go.
Mickey, I don't know what you want me to say about that. I feel like I lost 3 minutes of my life there.
See, this is the stuff we're showing the judge at the time. That, okay, look, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, like I said, it shows our political ignorance that we all have. Well, this is what the mayor is saying about the Harlingen mayor is saying about this data center. It's outside of city limits. They have no control over what happens outside of city limits. There's been no proposal set for.
Well, apparently it's already in the works.
For the city. Well, that's what the word is out, but nothing's official. So, so now people are having the hard time of distinguishing, okay, well, does this even apply to Harlingen? Like, do we even have control over it? Or would we have to go to the county officials to resolve stuff like that? I don't know. If you may or may not have the answer, judge is part of one part of the government. But I don't know, if we wanted to find out something was happening in the county, how the hell, what do we do?
So you got to reach out to your county commissioners. There's 4 county commissioners in the county, right? You got Gus Reese out of precinct 4, which is y'all's.
Gotcha.
County commissioner. Then precinct 3 is going to be David Garza. Precinct 2 in Brownville is Joey Lopez, and precinct 1 is Sofia Benavides.
Gotcha. See, just like that. See, we're so ignorant, aren't we?
Yeah, no. I mean, but we should learn this. Everybody should.
And if it is out of the city limits, then who am I to argue with the mayor, right? If she says that it's out of the city's jurisdiction.
People are so quick to be like conspiracy, but the mayor, I would imagine the mayor would get into a lot of trouble if she just openly said something that was blatantly untrue. In my opinion, some people might disagree, but yeah, you'd think there would be a lot of backlash just saying something that was blatantly untrue.
Well, and don't forget the county judge Eddie Trevino as well. You know, he's part of the county government, of course.
Hey, it's funny you mentioned it because Eddie Trevino was actually has been one of the city officials that has made a statement about this data center and has been a little more direct with his statement on the data center. Let me see if I could find it. Okay. Eddie Trevino data center. Let's see what comes up. But yeah, he's actually let out several statements regarding it. All right, here we go. Let's go to the screen. As conversations regarding data center grows, Cameron County is doing its due diligence. At the moment, no formal proposal has been submitted to Cameron County regarding the construction. All right. All right, let's zoom in on this. Oh, shoot, no.
The other way.
Yeah, let me do this. Yeah, okay. Okay. As interest in the construction of a data center in Cameron County grows, it is important to acknowledge and respect legitimate concerns raised by our community. While we must examine the potential economic benefits, we must evaluate possible challenges, particularly those related to natural resource usage, land and water, and energy consumption. At this time, the county is actively reviewing studies. Well, this is a little more direct. And conducting research on how data centers have been implemented in other regions and the impacts that they have had on local communities. Cameron County is in constant communication with business prospects across many industries, including data centers. The county's authority to restrict businesses located within the county is limited. When a business seeks to invest in Cameron County and complies with all applicable standards, permitting requirements, and resource arrangements that fall outside the Cameron Court's authority, we have limited ability to restrict that business's operation. At this time, the county has not been presented with the formal business proposal or permitting applications for the construction of a data center. This due diligence is essential to ensure that Cameron County remains a leader of economic development. Okay. So pretty much what I get from that, correct me if I'm wrong, is that even if there was a data center trying to be built, as long as they follow all, I guess, of the county's compliances and ordinances, I don't know, and permits, that we can't stop them from building a data center. Is that what you got from that as well?
What I got from that is just that no proposals have been made. So, I mean, no action is being taken. So,
but research
is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
And that's usually that's the hard part. Like a lot of it is like that until it finally goes down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now it got signed off. Now it's getting built, and then everybody by then is like, wait, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's just like anything else, it's just up in the air up until that point.
sounds like it.
Yeah. And hey, do you know, I also want to put another shout out. You know, I mentioned that all of these things that happened with the city, one of them was Dosafino's investigation to the San Benito EDC. And our very own Chuy Garcia made an appearance on that video. Could you, I know you mentioned it last time. Could you kind of
Some
quickly,
insight.
yeah, quickly, or like recap what happened, why they mentioned you in the video.
Well, I'm.
It happened a while ago, right?
Yeah, it was a while ago. From what I remember was, we had a court hearing in our court, and Dolcefino asked our staff if they could go in and record. I said, hey, it's a public courtroom, they can go in, and so I guess he appreciated that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from the best of your memory, did the EDC or did I get whoever was representing the EDC, did they make any complaints about it?
Complaints about
The recording.
Recording.
There during the court hearing?
Yeah. Like,
Or I don't know.
Not to my knowledge. I don't know.
I guess like at any point did they try to request or stop Josefino from recording.
I don't remember anybody making any kind of objection.
Okay.
But,
I mean,
but I mean,
that's judge's courtroom. Like he pretty much says, if he says they can record, they can record, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, it's a public courtroom.
yeah,
so,
they can, yeah. So.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but it's to the judge's discretion.
yeah.
Yeah. JB, what are you doing? You're trying to make him like
No, it's just like because they're gonna complain, but they still can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
All the other stuff that you're talking about, where they were trying to turn him away, those are totally different situations. Like it wasn't a courtroom. They weren't really like.
Yeah.
Those were the lawyers. He was trying to talk to the lawyers, and the lawyers were like, "Nah, get away from me." Like,
Yeah, no, I just mean because I think I remember in that video that I don't know. He mentioned that they were trying to, from what I remember, they were trying to block Josefino from being able to use his
in the
cameras
actual
in the courtroom.
Josefino video.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe, like I said, it was a long time ago.
It was a while back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking you to like remember like very distinct things.
I
from-
want to say like almost 2 years ago already. No, not
Something
last
like
year,
that,
but
yeah.
the year before that.
You're running for re-election soon.
So I'm not running for re-election.
Okay, what is it?
So I'm running for the 107th District Court.
Okay.
So it's a higher court position. The judge that's there right now, Judge Benjamin Udesti, is retiring.
Oh, nice.
So it's an open bench. It's an open seat, and instead of running for re-election, I'm running for that position.
Oh, you're running for a higher court.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what position are you at right now? What position are you running for? I know you mentioned both of them. But
I'm currently adjusted to the peace for Precinct 3, Place 1, and I'm running for District Court, the 107th District Court.
Oh, wow. Well, crazy. What's the differences for us naive people? We're learning. You know,
trying to like.
what's the difference between?
Justice of the Peace?
What's the
versus
difference between those
where
two
you're moving
positions?
to.
So a JP is going to hear your Class C misdemeanors, your civil cases under $20,000, their evictions, DPS hearings. We do inquests. You know, when people pass away or they die. The district courts handle all your major felonies, your major civil cases, some family law, land disputes, different things like that. So,
Gotcha.
and as an attorney, I'm in district court almost every day handling cases as an attorney.
Already.
Okay. So
You're already doing that.
Correct.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you're already familiar with the process, the environment, the types of cases.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. Huh? Yeah. Well, that's fast. Like I said, we don't really know because we're not around it too much. We don't really know the differences.
Has this always been a goal of yours, or is just like opportunity presented itself and you?
I think it's about opportunity and timing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. With Judge Udesti retiring, with it being an open bench, it was an opportunity,
Right.
And it fell right in line with because my position right now is also up for election as well. Coming up in early voting starts February 17th, and then election day is March 3rd.
Oh, okay, nice.
And then in November will be the general election.
Okay,
Gotcha.
Can we vote? Can we vote for this position? Can we go to the polls and vote for you?
Anybody who's registered to vote in Cameron County can vote for this position.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah, let's do it. Do you know? Let me. I've been trying to do this. I've been trying to practice this pretty regularly. Let me put this in my calendar. All right, repeat one of those days for me.
March the 3rd.
Early voting is from February 17th through the 27th.
All right, I'll put that as February 17th. I will be.
Everybody watching, mark your calendars too.
All right, I'm gonna put that as vote for Chuy Day. All right, there you go. I'll put that.
And we are asking our supporters to be prepared to go vote 3 times for us.
3 times.
Correct, because in the primary, which is the March election, it's 3 of us running for the position, and we're all going to be on the Democratic ballot.
Okay.
So with 3 people, there most likely will be a runoff. So then you'd have to go vote again at the end of May.
Ah.
And then there's an opponent on the Republican ticket. So the winner of the primary will go on to November to face
Between those.
the candidate on the
So
Republican
this is
side.
like an all year thing.
You won't find out
Correct.
until November.
Correct.
Wow, that's great. Wow, you're
Well, I'll find out in March whether I'm going to make it to November or not.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
even that.
It's gonna be a hell of a year.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, that's crazy. All right. So
You got to put the word out.
all right. So what day was it? February 17th. That's what I vote for Chewy Day. And what's the second date? Let me.
March 3rd was the last day.
March 3rd is election day. Yeah.
March 3rd is election day. All right. Vote for Chewy Day Part 2. All right. All right. Well, no, I got that. Vote for Chewy Day number 2. All right. Cool.
And I'm telling all our supporters and voters that there's going to be a lot of races on the ballot, right?
Yeah.
County judge, district clerk, county clerk, state rep, whole bunch of judge positions. But I'm pretty sure that I'm the only Chuy on the ballot.
Gotcha.
So when you see Chuy, you know it's
That's
me.
you.
Yeah. Jesus Garcia is kind of a common name.
Well, Judge Garcia can be anybody, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's got to be frustrating. As much as I didn't like my name growing up, it's you don't get it mixed up. It's not a common name.
Where you get it mixed up with the mouse.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Just that.
I used to resent that. I used to but now I like.
You embrace it.
yeah, sometimes you just got to embrace things.
Yeah, like they'll be like Micky or they'll be like Micky like as a question. And I'll tell them like, yeah, like the mouse. Also, if they get my name wrong, like, did you say Nikki? I'll just say yes.
Well, let me give a shout out to my wife Myra. She's the one when
Shout out.
when we first ran for office back in 2016, I told my wife, I said, I don't think I want to use Chuy on my signs. I just want to sound as professional as possible. And she's the one that told me, pretty much, don't be a dumbass. How are they going to know it's you? Everybody knows you as Chuy.
That's true.
So now we go by Judge Chuy, not even Judge Garcia.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Hey, well, that goes to embracing it, right? Yeah. Give it up. All right, well, let's get to the real juicy stuff. Let's talk about jiu-jitsu.
Well, that's what the judge wanted to do is to show that the jiu-jitsu community also now has a representative in the.
That's true. Yeah. So if you do jiu-jitsu and you go to court in the district level or something.
It's gonna take a little bit of time.
It's all right, Micky.
He still hasn't fully comprehended poker either. So.
Trying to figure out how I could. If you go to court in the county for one of those scenarios that he listed, Chuy will give you a positive ruling in your favor if you do jiu-jitsu. If not,
he's got to see it first. Though he's got to see the jiu-jitsu first.
yeah. Yeah, you need to make sure that you train, and then he will give you a positive ruling. That he promises. All right, so I'm just kidding around. All right. So a few weeks ago, we had talked about a local gym owner of Starscream Jiu-Jitsu, Marco Bailly, was arrested for.
We're still talking about that again?
What was it? Inappropriate sexual contact with a minor.
Child's endangerment or child.
It was sexual contact with the minor. That was,
sexual. That's what the. No, that was what the wording was.
Yeah.
Very, very unfortunate situation there.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm bringing it up is because throughout that transition, like I said, throughout that period of
Starscream,
Marco owning that gym, because I had pointed out that I trained with Marco at Starscream for a while. I was going to Starscream. But yeah, Chuy was our fellow training partner. So he witnessed, I guess it was a slow fall for Marco that went for a few months before just, wow. Yeah. Totally went off the edge. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. Like I said, we all trained there and it was unfortunate. I'd left the gym to go back with Johnny in Port Isabel, before any of that kind of stuff really came to light. But yeah, man, he was always kind of his own worst enemy kind of thing.
That's for sure. The problem, like it's kind of weird because I never knew Marco up until the point that he took over the gym, Johnny. I don't know if Johnny sold the gym to him, gave the gym to him, or just transitioned so Johnny could move.
I think he sold it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I never really knew Marco until Johnny sold the gym to him, and I felt like he just kind of, he always came off as a little not like as a little lazy. That's why Johnny had a huge fallout with him, because it just seemed, we just thought Marco was being lazy, but like how you're saying, he was his own worst enemy. He wasn't doing a good job of maintaining the gym. Other people would take on a lot of the responsibilities for him. Yeah. And and then JB was saying that he would drink a lot. And
I mean, we would feed him. Like, I would take him food. Judge would take him tacos.
We would take him food too. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
We were trying to take care of our own.
The main thing for me was to keep the gym open.
Yeah.
Because Professor Juan and I were real involved with the kids class. Yeah. When Johnny was the main professor, so we would help teach the kids class with Johnny. And when he sold it to Marco, it was very convenient. The gym right there, 10 minutes away. And so that was our main priority. Juan and I would talk a lot about it, and to keep the kids going, to keep the gym going, so we could have some place to train.
Yeah.
Well, bit by bit, Marco screwed it up, and now he's in jail. So I guess
no more jail.
Everything kind of sorts itself out, right, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, let's get it out
there. Well, and I think
hey, keep it down. All right.
I think what it came down to was just leadership, lack of leadership.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When you're training or in any kind of setting, and you have an owner or a boss or a leader, you want to be able to look up to that person and follow, what they're doing.
Yeah.
But that means they got to be the example, like even beyond the example.
100%.
And it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's super hard.
That's why when we do our workouts with Professor Johnny, he always says, "Hey, I'm not one of those coaches that just yells and tell you all to do it." And I'm doing them too. Right.
Yeah. He's doing them, and he's doing more than me, and he's doing it with like half the effort that my dumbass is trying to keep up. It's just crazy. It freaks me out.
Oh my God. Johnny invited me to Mexico, to one of those gyms. And I forgot who I went with, because they were giving us all a ride. I think it might have been Juan. I don't know. Whatever. Somebody gave us a ride, me and Johnny. And so when we picked up Johnny, he had just gotten back from a run, like a 5K or 10K or something.
Oh yeah, is that when he?
And then like a competition run, whatever, or I don't know what they're called, whatever. Like not just he wasn't just running on his own.
It was a 5K, right?
It was an event,
10K,
something like that.
Okay.
And so we went to Mexico, and they didn't have any AC. It was one of those places where like the heat is in there, and it's hotter than it is outside because the heat's just stuck in one place. And yeah, Johnny was training the whole time to where like he was like close to passing out. And
is that when Jason had to like shove him in the shower because he was like,
no, that was probably a different time.
It's happened several times.
Yeah, Johnny has a habit of like seriously overtraining, and it's like, damn, like that's not.
I wish I had his spirit, dude. Yeah. Honestly. Dude.
Well, I think you guys would agree with me, and I think everybody in our gym says, there's nobody like Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There's nobody like him.
Yeah, there's a limit, and he's gonna push it. So that's
What limit?
Yeah,
he'll blow his arm out before he reaches that limit.
He's in Thailand right now.
He's still over there, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, we want to do a live. He hit me up. We want to do a live stream with them. We just need to find out a good time because there's like a 9-hour time difference.
Oh, like if him in Thailand.
Yeah, with him we're gonna do like a Skype call. Yeah, so
we should just go to Thailand.
Oh my God. Gee, thanks, JB.
Did you all train with Prof. Andrea when he was here?
I did.
I want to say yes. I by chance once or twice, like I want to say I like he was here. I don't think he did a seminar or anything, but he was here. I rolled with him.
Yeah, he was here for like a week or two, and
Yeah, but he didn't have he didn't show anything, right? Like he was just kind of
no, he taught class.
Okay, no, then
He taught class a couple. Was it a day or two or?
Was he teaching that that straight ankle lock, but like it's kind of like a modified straight ankle lock to where it's not a straight ankle lock?
It was all leg stuff that he was going over.
Yeah. He showed like a modified straight ankle lock, but it's actually like it attacks the knee, and he was saying, but it's a straight ankle position. You can't be penalized. So technically, these white belts can do this.
Don't do it. You're gonna break your ankles.
Yeah.
All that leg stuff is very dangerous.
Yeah, I learned first.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's why I told JB I've been practicing more leg locks, but this is the only version of jiu-jitsu to where I'm learning it properly. Like I'm learning like the positions and I'm only practicing the positions.
So where are you going?
I'm like a nomad, dude. I'm just going to open mats.
He's a freelancer.
Yeah. I just, as many open mats as I can.
It's just BKC's like a 3 to 4 hour.
It's
a block, a 3 to 4 hour block that you have to dedicate. And sometimes it just doesn't work out, you know, like I get out late.
It definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah, just for context, I grew up, Johnny has been my instructor, since I've been a white belt. And he moved to San Benito. So I had to stop training with Johnny because he moved so far into Brownsville. Then he moved to San Benito. And then so I started training with them again. And then he moved to Port Isabel. And so.
Well, that's exactly why I stopped training too the first time, because he had moved deep into Brownsville and it was very time consuming.
Yeah. And so that's why right now it's like almost an hour, like 55-minute commute. And so that's like 2 hours just for the drive. So mixed with the 1.5 to 2 hours of training, I have to dedicate 4 hours of my day to it's just hard to find that time. So, I love you, Johnny. And I really want to visit you all soon.
Me being single, dude, it's still hard for me.
Well, we miss you guys at the gym for sure.
Trying to get back. I was back there on Thanksgiving for the open mat on that day. So, but I think that was the last time. I haven't gone back since, only because I need to build my strength back.
Yeah.
Did you get your blue belt already?
Not yet.
No, not yet. You got what, 4 stripes?
3, pretty much 4. Yeah.
But you've been training for a while already.
Yeah, on and off though. I've been on and off because even when I first started, I had surgery on my back. I had like a cyst or something, so I was out for a couple months then. And then, stuff happened, right? Start screaming.
There's always a reason to stop doing jiu-jitsu.
I would say you're at least, blue belt. But it's always better to be underranked than overranked.
Yeah, the last time Jason was saying that I'm blue belt already, he was just needing to get Johnny's approval. But Johnny, at that time, he was doing the same thing. He's in Thailand or he was somewhere else or going.
I always loved when Jesse would go. For whatever reason, I always liked being your partner. You were a good partner, and
thank you.
When you show things, nice sweet moment there.
Yeah.
Because when you teach things or show things, it helps you out, right? So I enjoyed being with you as well. I also enjoyed he was always my first sparring around, so I always beat him up.
Yeah. So for people that didn't know, JB not only does jiu-jitsu, but he's a wonderful sparring partner.
Well, I only got stronger because of Judge whooping my ass. I had to, he's like, well, if you don't want me to do it, then you got to do something back. I was like, okay. So
hey, and we all get our butts whipped. There's good days and there's bad days.
Yeah. Amen.
But I love it all.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's a beautiful sport.
Well, Micky always kicks my butt, so.
If there was a lesson to be learned, it's that jiu-jitsu is a beautiful thing. Everyone should do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. Unless you're over 300 pounds and you're not coordinated, then
they should do it.
Then jiu-jitsu is not for you.
Imagine 300 pounds and they lose like another 50 pounds, and now all of a sudden they're 250 flying.
Yeah, you would have to lose.
There was a guy that went to BKC, man. That was about 300 pounds. He was a big boy.
Yeah.
And I remember he sparred with Johnny, and Johnny flipped him up in the air, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but it's the uncoordinated ones that are dangerous because they'll accidentally hurt you, man.
There are some reckless people out there.
Yeah. And a lot of it, that's what I'm saying. Like some of it's not their fault. Some of it's,
dude, that's the
they're
fear.
just clumsy.
That's the fear of like you don't know like what's gonna happen. But the more you do it, the more calm you get, the more comfortable you get.
Yeah.
So it comes with the territory.
Yeah, but if you're gonna leave a lot of broken bodies on the way there. You know what I mean? Like it's nice.
Whatever it takes.
It's nice that you develop this, this sense of control and better coordination.
But at what cost?
Yeah, like all these people are broken.
Well, I think the higher the rank you get, things start slowing down more.
For sure.
Yeah.
I've been trying to slow things down like a lot, like for sure. That way it's like I'm conscious of what I'm doing. But put me in a tournament, put you like in the, you're fighting for money, everything changes. Like, it's all boom, boom, boom.
So did you not have enough time to tap, or did you just not tap?
In that moment, I didn't have time to tap because I completely decided to change my game up at that point. So I was trying to get up. I was trying to at least get to like my knees or something. And in the middle of that, he just grabbed it and fell back with it. And then it just went the other way. And he knew, we both knew, like he immediately let go and was like, are you okay? And I was like, we'll see. Like a couple of days, we'll see. Yeah. But
Fernandez says hi, Chuy. Or is that two? We have two Jesuses.
That's probably the Chuy. It's probably
so I just realized how confusing that can be that we have two
It's probably
Jesuses in here. Yeah. So it's a good thing. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is a good thing you're Chuy on the ballot.
Yeah, there you go.
Because even I'm confused.
It happens.
Yeah.
All you got to do is remember Chuy.
Yeah. So you're not really training jiu-jitsu that much recently? You're not doing too much training?
Right now, I'm training like once a week, maybe twice at the most.
Yeah.
With the campaign.
Yeah.
That's
keeps
what
you
I
busy.
imagine.
Me too. Yeah. I'm lucky to get twice a week. Twice a week is good for me.
I think that's really all you need, man. Is twice a week and let your body heal.
Like you're just here back and forth though, like just with campaign stuff or like what?
Yeah, well, I mean, I still got my attorney duties, my JP duties, and then the campaign, and then try to get for me it's more about exercise and kind of clearing your mind.
Gotcha.
A little bit.
Oh yeah, see, Fernando even clarified Chuy.
See, but the funny thing is though, my family calls me Chuy too though.
Yeah.
So it'd be more confusing.
Oh no, are you serious? Your family calls you Chuy?
Yeah, Chuy calls me Chuy.
Oh my god.
Chuy calls me Chuy.
What the heck is going on here? Dude?
Oh, that's funny.
All right, well, I guess that's fine. All right, so you're still training like once or twice a week. You're going
Working
to BKC?
out at home.
Yeah, BKC. Yeah, with Johnny.
Work out at home. You have a routine at home? Do you keep up with?
I try to just kind of do push-ups. Sometimes run.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's the worst, running.
But there's no workout like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a different kind of cardio. It's a different kind of training. It's a different kind of stamina.
Yeah.
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 Now I know why people say like, find a workout that you enjoy, because I really don't like working out. Like I feel like it's such an inconvenience. But jiu-jitsu doesn't feel like you're going for a workout. It feels like you're doing something,
right.
Yeah. Like you're doing something cool.
You just got to get past Johnny's workout first, and then.
Oh my god, that's why you're talking about Andrea, right? That's how you say it.
Prof. Andrea. Yeah.
Andrea. Okay. I was there the last time he went, but I was like incredibly sick, and I had just started to kind of get over it. But yeah, Johnny kept asking me to go, so I ended up going on a bad day to where I didn't feel that good. And forget about it. There's a picture of me there, and I'm like dying. Like I'm looking at the camera, and I'm just so like. But yeah, I just when I did meet him. I did get to train with them, but man, I just feel so bad because he was such a nice guy, and I do want to talk to him. But
you were not in that mood.
I was so sick, dude. I was so like weak and like and then Johnny I think he had a workout too, and I was like, oh man, I don't feel good. Yeah. But no, it would. That's why I want to do the live stream. It would be great to interact with them and actually get to talk to them.
Yeah, no, Prof. Andre is a super nice guy and a beast, man. He's a killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to talk too much about the election because I know it's going to be a huge journey, a huge path. All of this stuff, but there was one thing that JB pointed out, okay, so was this always the goal? And I never really thought about that, but do you have an ultimate goal, like being a judge or being in that area?
As far as anything further than this, I don't think so. Like I said, it's all about opportunity and timing, and we'll see. I think I would be a good district judge for me, and the theme of my campaign is all about judicial temperament. Right?
I thought you were going to say jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu temperament.
The theme of the campaign is jiu-jitsu.
Well, kind of, right? Because with campaigning, especially in a county-wide race, I mean, you got to be all over the county, right?
Yeah.
From Brownsville to the island to La Feria, Santa Rosa, Bluetown, and everything in between. Mm-hmm. And so you got to, in jiu-jitsu, when you're kind of stuck or you get to a certain plateau, right? And we all go through these cycles of, we get better and then we kind of plateau and then it feels like everybody else is getting better.
Right.
Right. And then all of a sudden you turn it up, right? The next week it's like, oh man, I'm getting to another level. Right. Mm-hmm. And, when I call Johnny, for hey, Prof, I'm kind of getting stuck in this position or whatever. And he always gives me the same piece of advice. He says, Chuy, from me to you, just keep moving. Just keep moving, right? So that's what I'm doing with my campaign. Just keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do correlate it to jiu-jitsu. It's funny, my kids, shout out to my kids, little Chuy and Julia, who also do jiu-jitsu as well with Prof. Johnny. And then Nana, Angela, she's up in College Station. She did jiu-jitsu for a while. But they always make fun of me because any kind of life story that I have, I always relay it back to jiu-jitsu. Oh, Dad, you always got to bring up jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, because it's cool.
You don't understand, kids.
You don't understand, kids.
It's
Everything
cool.
you do is lame and boring. Jiu-jitsu is actually cool. It's it's physical. It's real. I can use it to beat people up. What you're doing is boring and lame, and you can't beat people up with what you do, whatever it is. You can't beat people up with it.
But no, they enjoy it. I mean, you've seen them. You've seen them in class. Sometimes when I take them, and they're really good at it too. They've been doing it since little Chuy's been doing it since he was 5, and Julia since she was 4.
Yeah. So they should know better. They should know better than to Jiu-jitsu is always worth bringing up. Okay, so don't talk back to me. All right, I'll turn around. Shut up. Dude, I'm sorry. That's how my parents talk to me. So.
Right now, Chuy's playing basketball for BC.
Okay, nice.
He's number 22, and then Julia is doing dance with Step by Step Dance Studio there.
Man, I've seen them around. They look great. They look fantastic. I don't know how I got their. Maybe somebody shared their page or something like that. But it seems so so hands-on, interactive that everyone there is having a great time. Step by Step Dance Studio, right?
Correct.
There you go. Yeah, with she used to teach. Was it BCIS?
Dr. Banda, Dr. Kimberly Banda.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I remember her from
campaign. Just to bring it back to the point, just keep on moving, man.
Yeah,
keep on moving and meeting new people, trying to get them to vote for you. A few years ago, I did they called me to go do an interview speech at the boot camp there in San Benito.
Okay, and
I hadn't done an interview probably since I graduated law school, when I worked at the DA's office.
Gotcha.
And so I said, well, what am I going to talk about? I haven't done, had an interview in a long time.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, you know what? When you're out there campaigning, asking for somebody's vote, every single one of those interactions is an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's the way I approached it, and it worked out really well. But yeah, every person you come across when you're campaigning, you try to get in front of as many new people, new voters, and you try to present yourself and kind of sell yourself as to why you should earn their vote.
Right.
And it's a very humbling experience, a very humbling thing to do.
Yeah. And I don't know. From last time we asked you about some court cases that you had gone through. Since then, you said you're still practicing, right?
Correct. As a because you don't have to be an attorney to be a justice of the peace, but if you are an attorney, that's a JP. You get to keep your law practice.
Oh, nice.
Gotcha.
So this whole time that I've been a JP, I've had my law practice as well.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything cool that's come up? Or anything interesting, I should say.
Oh, it's always interesting at the courthouse, man. Yeah.
That's the best answer to give. That's the best answer to give. Have you seen anybody represent themselves in court?
That's usually not the best idea.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree. That's why I'm asking. I just think, that's interesting.
like in the JP court, you do have people, you don't have to be an attorney to come in and argue a case or,
Yeah.
I mean, we do deal with attorneys, but that's why they call the JP courts, the people's courts, right? You deal with the community. They come in and they can file their small claims cases or, whatever it has. Once you get to county court and district court level, most of the time people have attorneys, and that's usually the best practice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, oh, for sure. But have you, when people do represent themselves, I don't know, is there anything interesting you've seen?
It's more of a movie thing, dude.
Any professional actors?
It is kind of more of like a movie or TV thing.
It's definitely a movie thing.
Yeah, it's a lot. Do they ever, for the people that represent themselves, do they ever act extra like over the top or like, have more?
Don't ever represent yourself, Mickey.
No, but
I'll represent you.
No. I'm interested in hearing these stories. That's why I'm asking.
I haven't seen anything crazy like that. Usually, when people go to court, it's kind of a stressful thing. So more than anything, I think people are nervous, and if you're representing yourself, I mean, where you don't know the courtroom procedures or the rules of evidence, they're more of a kind of a timid, thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know what to do at all.
That's more of the demeanor you see whenever they represent themselves. Very timid, very nervous.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because if I were to go to court, you're right. I wouldn't know any of the protocol, anything that I say, right? Like, because then I got to be careful with what I'm gonna say.
That's really what it comes down to, right? Knowing the proper protocol. Like, if they have the protocol down,
What vocabulary
that's where
use, what
that's where you have to already start. Okay, now you can think about how you're going to defend your case, how you're going to plead your case, all this stuff. But if you don't have the protocol, then that kind of wipes everything out.
Yeah.
Well.
But
I'm real big on process. There's a process for everything.
Yeah. See, that's why a lot of people, I know when people think, oh, the justice system is broken and all this stuff. I actually have no problem with the justice system. I feel like, it should be hella organized, and there should be a lot, from what I've seen of a lot of, not only the processes, but like best practices. For example, when a big court case was when Kyle Rittenhouse was being was on trial, people were criticizing that the judge seemed to almost be that the judge seemed empathetic to Kyle Rittenhouse, or was almost came off as being on his side. And a lot of people were saying that it's, for a lot of judges, they consider best practices to err with caution most on the defendant's side, so that way it doesn't seem like it's the
Opposite.
Like there's a I don't know, like there's like guilty before, like that they're already coming to the court guilty,
Right.
like giving them the most
Benefit of the doubt.
like coming off as they're giving them
Anybody who is arrested for a crime and goes to court are to be presumed innocent.
yeah.
Right.
Right.
I think that's what you're
until
talking
proven guilty.
Yeah.
Presumed innocent until proven guilty.
about. Right.
Yeah, and they were saying that a lot of judges sometimes will be best practice is to treat the defendant almost with extra. How do I say this? Like extra bit of like
I think so. I think I know where you're going with this. Anybody who gets arrested for a crime, they have certain rights.
Yeah.
And then they have to be protected, right? And in a trial or in a court proceeding, if I think what you're talking about is not so much the judge is taking the defendant's side or I think you said kind of erring on the side of caution, because there's always a chance that if there's a unfavorable ruling that goes against some kind of law or legal procedure, then they can have the chance to appeal to the next higher court. And then that next higher court would make the decision on whether the trial court made an error or not.
Yeah. Right. And they can argue that, hey, the judge was biased against me from the beginning. Look, he said this or he did this, right. And so the more the judge comes off as he's on the defendant's side, the more it'll, like, in the case something like that were to happen, that they would have less room to argue that
right.
a bias.
And
but I think for a judge, I think the best way to move forward is for nobody to think that you're on anybody's side.
Yeah,
because
that's for sure.
You're not supposed to be, right? So
following law, following the procedure,
right?
Like, what is the procedure,
right?
But even then, it's like I feel like that happens a lot. You go to the first level, of course, and then say they didn't like the hearing, so then it's okay. Then they're going to kick it up to the next court.
Right.
Then there's more time of like, okay, now they got to figure out who said what, and that's the way it works. And
it goes back to what I said. It's all about procedure and process.
Yeah, like how constantly do you get appeals?
Not too often that I've seen. I mean, there are appeals.
So it's more rare than the common.
Well, there's just so many cases, right?
Yeah.
There's just so many cases, right?
So one appeal for every 10 to 15, maybe, like, And
then like in criminal cases, most of the time the defendant enters into a plea of guilty, right? And
right.
So they give up their right to appeal.
Yeah.
Once they plead guilty and accept the offer from the state, which could be probation or
community service,
a number of years in jail or prison or whatever. But once you plead guilty, you enter into that plea agreement, then you give up those rights that you have.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's important, dude. No, that's really important, because that's why sometimes it's like, do I plead guilty? Do I plead not guilty? If I plead not guilty, I still have my rights. Then that means I can go appeal it again later on. But then, like you said, if I agree to it, then I can't.
Right.
Yeah. So, address this as much as you want, but I've always had this paranoia that a lot of what's going on when you get it does not just have to be a public defender, but it could be any attorney, is that a lot of the plea agreements that they get is something that they could have walked out with anyway. Like, even like, for example, I've seen a lot of scenarios to where their attorney will get them probation. And if they would have walked in, just said nothing, or, if they would have walked in with a cow, they would have gotten probation. You know what I mean? Like the state would have offered probation regardless. But a lot of these attorneys, they just go in, and because it's the easiest thing to do, you know what I mean? Like, okay, let's just, so that you get your conviction, he's going to, he's going to plead guilty, and then I get to tell my client that, I got you probation. You don't have to go to jail. Do you see anything like that? Are you?
So it's always best to get an attorney. An attorney's going to go and review the DA's file, and they're going to know what to look for.
Yeah.
Right. Whether there's some kind of mitigating factor or some kind of, maybe there wasn't probable cause, to do the investigation or make the traffic stop or whatever. So attorney is going to know what to look for, and it's going to stand out right away.
Yeah. Well, let me reword this. I guess when you compare differences among attorneys that will fight for you, and I have a paranoia that there's attorneys that just are going through the motions, and they're kind of a little bit in cahoots to where like
he watches too much law.
Like, look, he's gonna look. I'll have my guy plead guilty, and then that way you get your conviction, and I get to tell him that, oh, look, I only gave him probation. Rather than an attorney that actually will try to defend you, to, I guess, fight for you, as they say with these attorneys.
Well, it just all depends on the case. Yeah. And from a judge's standpoint, everything has to be on a case by case basis. Every case is different. Every situation is different. Every person is different. So yeah, I don't think there's anybody in cahoots, Mickey.
Not in a conspiracy way, but I guess I mean that's. Have you seen have you seen any attorneys that just come off as lazy to where like they'll just take like whatever They're not.
It sounds like Better Call Saul. Now.
Like they're not even trying. They're just like hey.
Well, look, all attorneys want to look good for their client, right?
Yeah. Right. Nobody wants to lose.
Yeah, and it's not even about winning or losing. It's about and it might sound cliche, but it's about justice. It's about the correct and fair and just result. For any certain case. Right. And coming from the DA's standpoint, that's where I started my career at the DA's office as a prosecutor.
Gotcha.
Prosecuting cases.
What year was that?
That was from 2006 to 2009.
Okay.
I graduated law school in 2006. I started my career as an attorney there at the DA's office, and in the code of that we use, right, as lawyers, it literally says that the job of a prosecutor is not to seek convictions, but to seek justice.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So justice can mean a bunch of different things. Obviously, it could mean a conviction, right, if that's what's warranted,
right?
Which most of the time it is. And from a defense attorney side, a lot of the times your job is getting the best possible outcome for your client, right?
Right.
You review a case and, okay, the law enforcement, did everything by the book. Most of the time your client's, guilty. Right. I mean,
right. There's a reason they're there.
Right.
Or there's a reason that they're there, right? Like if there was no reason, then they wouldn't be there.
If I'm guilty, I want to win. That's how I feel. I'm going to leave this courtroom guilty but innocent in the eyes of the court.
but look, and after 20 years of being an attorney, most people that I've come across, as a district attorney and as a defense attorney, most of the people they're not like criminals, man. They just get caught up in a bad situation, or it's good people making poor choices or bad decisions, or getting caught up in a bad situation, right? So you just try to find any kind of mitigating factors to try to get the best possible outcome. But, some people deserve 6 months of probation. Some people deserve 12 months of probation. When you're talking with felonies, you're talking about years of probation. The maximum number of years for probation is 10 years.
Okay.
That anybody can get. And then depending on what grade of felony it is, there's certain punishment range for those who were, if warranted, prison time,
Yeah. All right. So we have Fernanda asked the question: can you plead no contest and then go back in halftime? I don't know, in halftime to it, end it all with an expunged, if possible? Does that make sense to you?
Well, I think I know where Fernanda's getting at, and she can call me later, and we can talk about that.
All right. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. There it is. Where is it? All right. So Fernanda, you know who to call. Yeah, because I guess the reason why I'm asking is because like I'm just like how you mentioned that if you and how JB mentioned as well that's important. That's super important. That you need to know that if you plead guilty, you have no chance of appealing.
Right.
Slim to no chance of appealing. And so if your attorney says, hey, if you plead guilty, I can just get you probation, like, do I have any options? You know what I mean? Like, can I not plead? And not only that.
That's why you cannot plead guilty, but then at that point, you don't know how it's going to turn
Anybody
out.
can always plead not guilty and fight their case all the way, to trial.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but depending, like I said, depending on the circumstances, and look, I've had many jury trials as a prosecutor and a defense attorney, and it's anybody's right to exercise their rights that are afforded under the Constitution.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I can just imagine it's just as intimidating to be like, no, I want you to fight for me. You know what I mean? Like that's scary. And here's where I would be in that situation. Look, I'm guilty, but you don't know that and they don't know that. So go in there and prove to them that I'm not guilty.
I've had clients that are, 100% guilty, and they want to fight their case all the way to trial. And hey, we take it to trial, and we we kind of tell them like, hey, you're taking a chance, you're taking a risk. They're offering you this much. If the jury finds you guilty, the jury could give you more than what they're offering you. Yeah. And we go to trial, they find them guilty, and they give them more.
It's even worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as their attorney, as their representative, you advise them on what you think the best thing to do is. Yeah. But ultimately, it's the client's decision. Yeah. You can't force them to take a plea or enter into agreement against their will. Anytime anybody pleads guilty in front of a judge, they're admonished on all these things that they're giving up their rights. Mm-hmm. So and anybody who pleads guilty, the judge has to make the determination that they're doing it freely and voluntarily of their own free will.
Gotcha. God, there's so many things that go along with it. Like,
don't ever represent yourself, Jay.
Man. I'm hiring a lawyer. No, I'm afraid that Mickey's gonna be the one representing himself.
No, that's not what I was asking. I was asking because I find that fascinating when people represent themselves. I'm having a hard time even knowing the difference between the justice of the peace and then the district court.
Exactly.
Okay, you mentioned you do a lot of a lot of people's court cases, you said. How many of those are just like he said, she said, to where really there's really not much to work with? It's just that's all he said, she said.
Well, he said, she said cases are
what's the word we can use?
That's true.
Look, I always, if there's documentation, I always tell people, when I give, because people call me all the time for advice on this and that, and I always say, look, if there's documentation, there's notes, make sure you get everything in order, because when you come down to it, he said, she said, it makes it tough. It makes it tough.
Yeah,
you get a lot of those.
Well, like when you're talking about assaults with no witnesses and it's a he said, she said kind of thing.
That's what I'm imagining.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Suck, huh?
Because even then, I'm imagining like stuff with money, like he said this or that, and then it turns into, like you said, like an assault or a battery or something. And so those are kind of like the things that get brought, like the situations that kind of turned out a little bit worse, I guess, or because people will fight all the time, right? But then not everybody's taking it to court.
Well, every case in court has a burden of proof, right? And like you know, like with the state on a criminal case, it's the state's burden to prove their case, right?
Yeah.
So like, you know, when a plaintiff files a case against somebody for a small claim suit or whatever, you know, it's their burden as well. It's less of a burden than a criminal case, but you still got to present your evidence and convince the judge, right, or the jury that this happened.
Right.
All right, let me give you a court. You know, now that we're on the topic, let me give you a court case right now. This is all the evidence you got. It's a bunch of he said. This guy says, oh, this guy. Oh, shoot. Okay. Sorry.
You're going to get taken down.
This guy says, yeah, we probably would just for that few seconds.
For that little few seconds.
For that like half a second. All right, so let's go to the camera. All right, so this is all you got. They show you this in court. This guy beat me up. This guy beat me up. And, all right. Oh, nice. That's a nice kick right there. Oh, my God. Oh. All right, so this is prime evidence in the court. He's like, hey, he started it. No, he started it. Oh, damn. All right. Not good. All right, so, all right, Judge, what's the verdict?
Well, it looks like there was witnesses there, so you know you definitely want to get testimony as to what was transpiring before that, right?
Yeah.
Initially, it kind of looks like a mutual combat kind of thing.
Mutual combat.
Yeah.
Nice. Scot-free. Now we're cooking. See, that's what I want my attorney to say right there.
Remember that, Mickey. Mutual combat.
That's what I want my attorney to say. Like, mutual combat. I agree 100%. We both mutually agreed that this would happen.
I remember defending a guy who he really beat this guy up, man, and they arrested him for assault.
Okay.
And he wanted to fight his case all the way to a jury trial. And, you know, he told me his side of the story. And the state, you know, brought the victim in to testify. You know, and sometimes the worst witnesses are the victims in a case like this where it was two men. And, you know, it was over female, of course, right?
Ugh, it always is.
And, but this guy went to my client's apartment and was like banging on his door. Like he went looking for a fight.
No.
He went looking for a fight. And so it was more of he was the aggressor. It turned into a mutual combat thing. And it just so happened that my client beat him up, you know,
right.
Beat him up pretty bad. You know, the pictures on he
Like
had
he was
black
hospitalized almost?
No, I don't. He wasn't. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
But yeah, he got up there and testified. And when I was cross-examining him, I said, "Sir, you know, isn't it true that you walked to my client's house, you banged on his door, and you called him out to fight him?" And he admitted to it.
Oh my God.
He admitted to it. So in the end, the jury ended up finding my client not guilty.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Amen.
No, yeah?
That's it. That's all she wrote. Hell yeah. Well, you know, I guess if you're going to
that must have been 13 years ago, something like that.
Oh my God.
It was a while back.
Yeah, just make sure you win the fight if you're going to go to court over this stuff, you know. So at least you won that fight when it's all done. Man, what if he lied? What if he was like, "No, I didn't go over there."
But the evidence was pretty blatant. He was at the
Yeah, he was there.
he was at the location.
He was like,
Yeah.
look, I discovered a wormhole and it transported me. Then he has a case for insanity, huh?
The other guy was not even smart enough either. He should have just called the cops while the guy was banging on his door. Like he was in his home already. Should have just called the cops.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
There's always better ways to
yeah.
handle situations.
JB's acting like he wouldn't have walked out and beat that guy up to a bloody pulp.
I would have. I'm a coward. I would have called the cops 100%. There's a guy banging on.
You just gotta hope that guy doesn't do leg locks.
Exactly. I'm
his
in my
weakness.
cast walking to the door.
You haven't seen JB. JB in real life is vicious. There's not one fight he'll say no to. The amount of fights I've seen JB get into.
Mutual combat. I gotta remember
The
that.
amount of mutual combats. I've seen
JB was getting good, man. I remember
For a little bit.
Yeah, JB was getting good.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there's always a reason to stop doing jiu-jitsu.
It got to my head. That's what happened.
You don't?
So
You've been a black belt going on 2 years now, right?
Yeah, it's already going to be 2 years. Yeah, yeah.
I forgot you got your black belt.
Crazy. I still feel like I'm telling you, at this point, I'm a nomad. I'm just traveling, going to different open mats. But it's awesome. I'm actually getting to, roll with everybody. Yeah, I'm trying to see how many regular open mats I can go to and just get used to rolling with different people. So it's been great. I love it.
Well, and you know, there's no better test as to how good your craft is. You know,
For sure.
Yeah.
Because when at the gym, you're rolling with the same guys over and over, and so you kind of get to know their weaknesses, their strengths, the things that they like to do, right?
Yeah.
So it is always good to go with different people. But I think were you there when Micky got his black belt?
That day, I think so. Yeah.
No, you didn't go.
You got it at Starscream.
Yeah, but you didn't go, did you?
I was there. It was like a whole seminar thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a
I guess
seminar.
so.
Johnny did a seminar.
But I wasn't training in it because I had just had my surgery on my back.
Oh yeah, I think you came like just in normal clothes, right?
I was just there chilling.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
I got my brown belt when you got your black belt.
Right.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah. How long have you been training again?
So I started with Johnny back in 2010.
Okay.
Back in 2010.
Wow.
I was a junior in high school.
And I went for about a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Brownsville. He was in Brownsville then, right?
He was in Brownsville. And that's when he moved.
But it is.
No, it was after that. It was when he was on 14th Street in the warehouse.
That's when I stopped going.
And
I heard the stories about then where it's like no water. He locks the door and you're there for 2 or 3 hours.
He still does that.
Yeah, he still does that all the time.
People say he was worse then. Like now he's a lot more chill.
Yeah, I think
he was
is
a
more
lot
chill.
more Johnny back then. Like that's what I get. But
So I went for about a year and a half to 2 years back then, and then I stopped training for 7 years, man, until January of 2019.
Wow.
what made you stop?
It was hard to get to class, and then my wife got pregnant and life, and it was just. And I remember I would see Juan because our kids went to the same daycare, and I would pick up my kids and I would see Juan. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna drop off my kids with my in-laws or my parents, or whatever, and then I'm gonna head to class." I'm like, "Oh man," because Juan started probably about 2 weeks to a month after I did.
Right.
And I think he just got his first stripe on his black belt. Yeah.
Dude, the worst thing you could do is stop doing jiu-jitsu once you started doing jiu-jitsu. That's one of the things I'm most fortunate about. Even when I stopped doing jiu-jitsu, I was still going like at least once a week or something like that. Or at least like once every 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. So man, I feel for 7 years. 7 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
Hey, shout out to my wife. She just sent me this picture.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna send it to you, Micky.
All right, let's see. Do I have another clapping one? Yeah, I think I. Oh no, I don't.
Just do the horns.
No, I want a different clapping one, man. What are you talking about? All right, where are you gonna send it to me through Messenger? Or
I sent it through text. Yeah.
All right, let me see. Maybe I'll send it to myself through Messenger. Oh, this is your. Oh no,
Is that when he got his brown?
Well, that's my son, I think, getting his yellow belt, and you're there against the wall. You had just gotten your black belt.
Oh, yeah. All right, there you go. Let me bring it up.
When was that? What day was that? That was 2 years ago?
That was January of 2024. 24.
Yep.
24.
There it is. Yep, there it is. That was the day I got my black belt. Yeah. No, it's super intimidating. But like I said, you know, everyone,
He didn't want it. Micky didn't want it. That's why he was avoiding class. He was like, I'm gonna go, and I know they're gonna give it to me. And
no, I would avoid class.
I don't know why though. It's just like, well, it was more like because he goes to those open mats, going as a brown belt is not. It's now he goes as a black belt. Now it's different.
Yeah,
he says it's different.
Yeah, it is different. But honestly, I like now. I feel comfortable in my skin now as a beautiful brown woman. As a beautiful black female.
You are beautiful. You are.
Well, there's a certain expectation, right? Like we said earlier, it's better to be underranked than overranked,
right?
Yeah.
For sure.
And Johnny just gave me my 4th stripe on my brown belt.
Pretty much a black belt.
And see, don't say that. I want you to say that.
It's intimidating.
Don't even say that, right?
It's pretty much a black belt already.
It's intimidating. I'm telling you.
But yeah, man. I mean, you go and you definitely want to represent your craft, your school, your rank. And I always tell, you know, because when we get visitors to our gym, there's been other brown belts, right, or black belts, and you walk in and oh man, it's another brown belt. You know, we're gonna get to see how you really are. You know.
Yeah.
And I always tell myself, just let the jiu-jitsu do the talking.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much jiu-jitsu in you. Just let it come out. Don't even think about it. Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's why I feel like there's so much, you know, now that I've like rolled with a lot of people, there's so many studs out there. You know what I mean? I kind of have to accept that there's like, you know, there's people who are just studs.
Yeah.
They're just good. They're just super good. You know, I've seen plenty throughout the time I've been in jiu-jitsu. And so like, you know, whether I get positions, lose positions, it is what it is.
Part of the game.
You got to throw that ego out the door, man, when you go into a gym, because there's going to be people that you're better than, and there's going to be a lot of people that are better than you.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, I guess it's all about the approach you take when you're sparring. For me, I always think the same things with every single round. For me, I'm always thinking about defense and escaping first.
Right.
And then fundamentals and basics. And keep on moving. And those are the 5 things that are just in my head the entire time.
Yeah. JB, what am I thinking about the whole time? What am I thinking about when I roll? Come on.
He doesn't think about anything.
No. I thought, whatever.
I don't remember.
What am I thinking when I roll, JB? Tell him. Whatever. It's because literally the only advice I have to give is like underhooks. That's all I'm
Just
thinking.
make sure you have the underhook.
Underhooks.
You've given me that advice as well. Yeah. I remember, yeah.
That's all it is, just underhooks.
He's obsessed with underhooks.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Oh, jiu-jitsu is so infinite. Like, like I said,
infinite is a perfect word, man. It really is.
That's why when people ask, like, what do I do in this situation? I could tell you something you can do, but like, there's no.
Are you gonna do it? Maybe not.
There's no like defense. There's no like this. There's no that. Like,
I'm always telling Micky, like, what do I do here? What do I do there? What do I?
Like, there's a million things you could do, you know. And so, like, I could tell you something you know. One of them that you can do, but that's all I'm doing. All I'm doing is telling you one thing of many things you can do.
For sure.
So like that's what I'm saying. It's like infinite. There's
never do I go into a sparring round thinking of anything specific.
Yeah.
Right.
Like any specific move. Sometimes I'll think like, okay, you know what? I'm going to work on my guard. Not you know, I don't want this person to pass my guard, right?
Right.
But no specific like moves. It just go in there and with those 5 things in my head and whatever comes out, right? And it's all about the opportunity, right? Whatever the role dictates.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. All right. So we're already hitting an hour and a half.
Oh man, are you kidding me?
Yeah, we're already.
Jeez, that went by fast.
Yeah, an hour 23. Was there anything you wanted to specifically put out there? Shout out. Was there any topics of discussion you wanted to go to before we?
We're coming out with some videos for my campaign. They're going to be on my Facebook and on social media. So be on the lookout for that. We're gonna post them, and just small little clips of me and my philosophies for the bench, and asking people for their vote. I think it's important that people do their research for the candidates. Like I said, there's 3 of us running for this position. I think what I bring to the table is my judicial temperament. It's all about the way you treat people in the courtroom. I'm not a big muscle flexor in court. When people walk into the courtroom, everybody knows who the judge is, right? So there's no reason for the judge to flex the court's muscle.
Right.
I'm real big on praising in public, admonishing in private. If I have to. With me, when people run for judge, they always kind of say the same talking points, which is, well, if elected, I'm going to follow the law. We're going to support law enforcement. We're going to protect the community, right? And for me, when a candidate says that, you're not saying much, because that's what you're supposed to do as a judge, right? Yeah. And basically what you're saying is, I'm going to do this, but my opponents are not going to follow the law. They're not going to support law enforcement. Right. So they're just kind of talking points that candidates for judge usually say, I guess because they think it sounds good, or they think that that's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing with another talking point that people say, they always say, well, we're going to treat people with respect, with dignity, right? And with fairness and compassion. Well, they're not saying much either, because as judges, you're supposed to do that, right?
Right.
But they never really elaborate or explain what they mean by that. For me, it means I'm never going to berate anybody. I'm never going to chastise anybody. I'm never going to be condescending to anybody. Everybody in the courtroom plays a role, whether you're an observer, a litigant, the DA's office, pretrial services, probation. And just because the judge is the one making the decision doesn't make the judge better than anybody, right? So I think it's important for people to know that that's where I'm coming from for my candidacy. And I'm not just saying that as talking points. I've already had 9 years on the bench as a judge. So I've already had 9 years of exhibiting that kind of temperament and treating people right.
Nice. Yeah.
I do ask for people's support and their vote for for my candidacy for the 107 District Court.
All right. You got 2 votes right here. Sunken. Do you know, I just realized that I remembered the whole Dosafino thing wrong. It wasn't the cameras in the courtroom that they were fighting back against. It was what they went to court for. It was, they wanted to just throw out the Varco's.
EDC was saying that their contract was no longer legitimate because of the COVID epidemic, because everything happened, right? COVID hit, then they came back, right?
I just know they were trying to get it. They were trying to get something thrown out, and then you kind of denied it, something like that, based on the contract. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to remember any of the details, because at this point we're doing a horrible job of remembering the details. Anyways,
so the EDC was trying to evict Varco.
There you go, evict, yeah.
And so in the justice courts, the JP courts, those are the only courts that hear evictions. So that one got filed in our court, and the ruling was we did not evict them. And other than that, I'm not going to say anything, because I want to say there might still be some pending litigation in that case.
Hey, no worries.
Oddly enough, I think in the 107th District Court.
Oh, wow.
So,
Oh, crazy. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, Josefino said he's coming back soon, so maybe
He's probably waiting for that then. That makes more sense.
yeah, maybe some good things come to people that wait.
Well, this hour and a half went by pretty fast, man. I feel like we were just getting started. We're getting warmed up.
I feel like we missed some stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it's nice catching up. It's been a while since we've hung out or interacted. Or anything.
I hadn't seen you guys in a while. I mean,
I've been out, but I'm back.
Yeah, well, kind of. He hasn't been rolling, but he's back.
I'm back somewhat.
you know, and I do want to say out there for Micky's fans and viewers, and if y'all haven't seen Micky roll, I mean, you've rolled with Micky, and you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Micky's
the only person that thinks that Micky isn't good at rolling is Micky.
I've never said I'm not good at rolling.
He does not consider himself.
I've never.
Everybody that I've heard talk about him, they're always like, "Oh, Micky, he's just like on a different level."
I've never
asked him. He's like,
no. Micky's definitely on another level for sure.
I've never said anything negative about myself rolling. Dude, I just refuse to take part in. How would I?
He refuses to acknowledge it, I guess.
Yeah. No, not.
You refuse to acknowledge your
I just when you get beat up enough times, you know that like, okay, maybe I shouldn't boast.
Well, when I say that, he tells me, he's like, there's levels. Like there's people that are like way better. Like go to like, well, he doesn't say Austin, but I know like he's like there's other places.
There's just levels.
There's just levels. Like
I've gotten beat enough times to know like, okay, maybe I shouldn't boast about.
But you're right. Everybody that I know that has, even strangers that have rolled with them, they're always like, God, Micky, like fucking, like, Micky's a fucking tough.
Well, thank you, JV. I appreciate that. Either way, you know, you were saying that to vote for somebody based on their to do your research, and this is, you know, we've had a great conversation. This is where I disagree, because me and JB will do zero research. We're 100% voting for Judge Chuy Garcia. No matter what, we're going to show up to the polls, and then when this is all said and done, we are going to be voting all 3 times, and we're going to make sure that we get you into that.
3 votes. It's 6 votes.
There you go.
Outstanding.
That we get you into that position. Forget the rest of the opposition. You know, when I asked them, and this is just a little bit of insight into your psyche. When I asked them about the cameras in the courtroom, no, like, well, yeah, this is it, or blah, this is it, but just very calm, cool, timid. It's a public courtroom. Of course, cameras are allowed. That's what you want in a judge, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want all these emotions and all this like control and all this ridiculous, boastful things. You want, what was the word? Temperament? Your judicial temperament?
Judicial temperament.
Judicial
correct.
temperament, yes. And that's what we have in Judge Chuy Garcia. So we are going to be voting for Judge Chuy Garcia, and we strongly suggest you do as well. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for coming on, and we will see you all next time on the Micky G channel.